Hello, everyone. Welcome to Everything Football Match Day 2 team selection. And yes, the Limitless chip is active. I literally just activated it this morning. Very, very hard, man. I was really debating whether to do it or not because I don't really like all of the fixtures this week. And usually over the past 4 or 5 seasons, whenever I play my Limitless chip, I usually look at Bayern Munich has an easy fixture, and then Liverpool also has an easy fixture, and then Man City also have an easy fixture. Real Madrid, 3, 4 teams at least are having a good fixture. The problem with this week is Barcelona up against FC Porto away from home. I would love to have the likes of Lewandowski and Joao Felix, but FC Porto away from home, they could score goals, but I mean, it's tricky. You have to respect FC Porto away from home. Arsenal are also away from home. Man United, I mean, if you want the likes of Bruno and Rashford, the problem is Man United are not playing good at all. They could easily lose that game 1-0. Bayern Munich are away from home as well. So not the ideal week to play the Limitless chip, but I've looked at the other weeks as well. I was like, by the time you get to match day 5, Bayern Munich could already be through. You never know the injury situation, and I want the likes of Hurricane to be in my team and all that. You never know how players are going to be rested, and considering the way my team was looking, I had 2 Leipzig players for match day 1. They're playing Man City. They could keep a clean sheet. You never know. They kept a clean sheet against Man City last season, but I don't really want 2 defenders from Leipzig up against Man City. The other players, again, most of my players had tough fixture. Thuram did not start the first match day. Will I take the risk with him again in match day 2? That's another problem there as well. Defensively, I think I had Damian really started. He didn't start the first game. Will he start this one? Now it becomes a massive problem. So I have decided to play my Limitless chip and target the likes of Bayern Munich for this week. Play it, just play it. I mean, you don't have to play your Limitless chip this week. It depends on how your plan is. Usually my plan is play a match day 1, play match day 2, activates the wildcard in match day 3, play it in I also like target match day 4 as well, and maybe 5, and then play the Limitless chip in match day 6 when a lot of rotation is happening, a lot of players are rested. You target the teams that are still have something to play for, whether it's qualifying for the Europa League or finishing top or finishing second, all that. Or for a couple of other seasons, I've used this tactic: play the wildcard in match day 2, target match day 3 and 4 fixtures, and then play the Limitless in match day 5. And then the same team had match day 1 comes back, or match day 2 comes back in match day 6. That has always been my plan as well. But this time around, I am going with the Limitless in match day 2. Because the likes of Bayern Munich are looking very strong, the likes of Arsenal are looking very strong at this time of recording. Again, someone like a Haaland is not looking strong, so that is why I'm really debating, but I've decided to go for it. I'll give you my reasons. Right now, I have decided on like 10 players, so I will be giving you like around 8, 9, 10 players that I have decided on, and maybe a couple of ideas of who I am thinking about. Remember, before I get started, this is the league code. That is 127MNI6R01. The link is also in the description. And if you enjoy making predictions, there's also a prediction league on the USL, in the USL website. That is the code as well. That's 5UPPDNGMHW. All the links are in the description. If you want more content in your team to be rated by me, join the page, and the link is in the description as well. I also have a wildcard video there too. Let's get started. Let's get started with what my Limitless team is looking like at the moment. So goalkeeper, I have gone with Ederson. I think it's playing on the second day. I've gone with Ederson. For me, yes, he might not keep a clean sheet against Leipzig. Leipzig just recently drew it by Munich, I think 2-2. And last season it ended 0-0. So I would love a 0-0 in this game unless you've gone for a lot of Man City attacking players. The thing is, with Leipzig, I don't think Leipzig will draw 0-0 with Man City and not have a shot. No, I think they'll actually test Ederson like 2 or 3 times, maybe even more. So if they keep a clean sheet, Ederson has the opportunity of keeping a clean sheet, getting at least a save point, and maybe even player of the match. So that is why I've gone for him. And Ederson, in terms of passing and all that, is quite good, and he can easily get an assist. So that is why I've gone for him. But this is one of the positions I've really struggled in terms of picking players. There's not too many, especially on the Tuesday. Arsenal is playing away from home. We don't know who's going to start. Is it going to be Raya or Ramsdale? There's a lot of rotation in the goalkeeper spot. Yes, the Atletico Madrid goalkeeper is looking good, but do you want to go for the goalkeeper or the attacking players? And all the other teams, Barcelona are away from home and stay away from home. So a lot of very tough fixtures, both Tuesday and Wednesday. So you might have to go for a cheaper goalkeeper and hope they score, like Lazio goalkeeper. So at the moment, I have chosen one goalkeeper. I've still not yet decided my goalkeeper on Tuesday. Like literally, I've looked at all of them. I'm like, I might have to go like for a Braga goalkeeper as a differential or something. If they don't perform, I have Ederson for the Wednesday game. So Ederson is my first choice in terms of goalkeeper. Let's next up go to the defense. Let's go to the defense. Defenders. Let's see. So defenders, again, a lot of options, but some of them have really, really tough fixtures. But there's one of them I've really ignored the fiction of like, I've been like, this guy, he can score, he can assist. Let me just go for him. That's Cancelo. You never use at Man City, you never use at Juventus, even right now, even Bayern Munich last season. And right now he's scoring goals. He usually gets a lot of points for ball recoveries too. He can assist. He can keep a clean sheet. So if this game like ended 1-0 to Barcelona and Cancelo like got the goal or assist, you're looking at like 14, 15 points and easily can get the player of the match. Also, if you know about the Cancelo meme at the moment, you don't want him to be looking at you like that. So you have to have him in your team. So I have gone for Cancelo as my first pick. Defensively, in terms of my limitless chip. The second defender I've gone for, I've stuck with one of the defenders that I had in match day 1, and that is Alphonso Davies, mainly because of the fixture. Also, another thing is that he's selected by 26%, so I don't want to go without him in this match, and then he performs incredibly well. And I wouldn't be surprised if they kept a clean sheet against Copenhagen, and they will attack a lot. And Bayern have been scoring a bunch of goals. They scored 7 a few weeks back. They scored 4 against Man United. They scored 2 against Leverkusen, 2 against Leipzig. So Bayern Munich are not afraid of scoring goals, and Davies is one of those players who will score or will assist going forward. He's one of those defenders who has the potential of assisting or scoring. The only problem, in match day 1, I had with him, he's considered 3 goals against Man United, but I don't think he'll be considering 3 goals against Galatasaray in Copenhagen. So I have stuck with Alphonso Davies. The third defender that I have gone for is from Inter Milan. I didn't have him in match day 1. I've gone for, I think I had Bastoni. So I actually didn't even go for an Inter Milan defender. I don't remember from the top of my head. I don't think I even went for an Inter Milan defender. But this time I have gone for Dumfries. If I hear any news about him potentially being benched, he might go out of my team. The full team I will post on the Patreon for those who was subscribed there. So Dumfries is my other pick. I think he's very good in terms of attacking. Benfica have not looked good in the Champions League. It's only one game, but they lost to Salzburg. In the league, I think they recently beat FC Porto. So you never know. Benfica is still a Champions League quality team. I'd not be surprised if they went to Inter Milan and won. Inter Milan themselves, I'm pretty sure I watched recently, and I think they lost 2-1 to like Sassuolo at home. So they're also kind of vulnerable. Recently, they kept a lot of clean sheets at the beginning of the season. But I have gone for Dumfries as my third defender. So the other 2 positions I've not yet decided. I'm still thinking, should I go for Man City defender? Very risky. I don't know who's going to be starting. I might end up with an Arsenal defender, but who? That is another problem. I might wait to hear about the team news and anything. I might hear. Should I go for someone like a Theo Hernandez against Dortmund? That could be an option as well. So at the moment, I have these 3 defenders. Midfield wise, there's one midfield I've stuck with. Whether I'm playing the wild card or whether I'm not playing it or whatever, I have stuck with this guy. Where is he? Jude Bellingham. 11 points in match day 1. He's currently selected by 77%. So if I take him out and not have him in my limitless team, and then he ends up scoring 2 goals away at Napoli, there's 77% who have him. From that 77%, a few will play the limitless. So let's say even 50% still on Bellingham, it's a problem. And for those who are playing limitless as well, I'm pretty sure many of them will go for Bellingham because it's the position he's playing. And Napoli have not been great this season, so I'd not be surprised if Bellingham scored again. He's getting himself into very good positions. He scored in the last La Liga game. He scored in the last Champions League game. He has settled in very, very well for them in that Real Madrid team. So I've gone for Jude Bellingham as my first midfielder. Another player that I've stuck with for match day 1, Odegaard. I went with him in match day 1. I wanted to double up with Saka or Trossard. Many of you are like, take out Odegaard, bring on Trossard, or bring on Saka. But Odegaard actually picked up 15 points. Sometimes he takes Arsenal's penalties, so he's going to stick in my team. And he's always starting these games. You'll never see him on the bench. And the others like Saka, like the other day, he went off with another knock, another injury. So I don't know if he's going to be rested or not. So I think Odegaard is the safest option. Unless you also want to go for Jesus up front, I think he'll also start. Trossard, he just returned from injury. Is he going to start? Is he not going to start? Havertz, will he start? Will he not? Are you comfortable with having Havertz in your team? So a lot of ifs, buts, and maybe. So I think Odegaard is only guarantee. So I have gone with him in my team, just like Bellingham. 2 players who are remaining in my team for match day 1. The next midfielder player that didn't have in match day one, and I was really, really sad about it, Leroy Sun. 11 points in match day one. He's currently selected by 13%. He's playing against Copenhagen. One of the reasons why I've played my limitless chip is because of Bayern Munich. I think they're going to go insane in that fixture. So I have stuck with him at the moment. So Bellingham, Odegaard, and Sane as my midfielders. Let me know if you've gone for any of them if you're playing your limitless. Up front, again, for this guy, recently in FPL, I had Odegaard as my captain in this past match day. And in the literally a couple of hours before, I was like, man, nah, Haaland is going to play Wolves. Let me change it to Haaland. Literally, if I had captained Odegaard, like, because this week, like, I think I'm like 40K in terms of FPL. If I had captained Odegaard instead of Haaland, I would have been like 10K. And I was like, oh my goodness, like, why did I change it? Because I really trust the likes of Odegaard and the fixture that Arsenal had. Maybe that could be the same thing with this time around as well. At the moment, I can't lie to you. I'm thinking about the likes of Morata. I'm like, Morata, Feyenoord, he's been on absolutely incredible form. Will he score again, or should I just stick with Haaland? At the moment, I've gone with a very scary kind of way of looking, a very not brave enough. I've gone for Haaland in my team. Is currently selected by 73%. The same thing I said with Bellingham. If he scores a couple of goals and I don't have him, big trouble, because not everyone is going to play the limitless. But I have been thinking maybe take off Haaland and bring on Morata for this one match day. You never know, man. They could end up losing to Leipzig. Last time they drew 0-0. But then again, he scored 5 goals at home to Leipzig. So that is where another reason why I'm right. But Haaland at the moment, he is not. He is in my team. I'm not going to check him out. Let's see. The next forward I have gone for, I had in match day one as well, Harry Kane. I have gone for him. So in this team, I have like 3 or 4 players that I still had in match day one. That is Haaland, Kane, Bellingham, Odegaard. I still had them in match day one. But there's a few players that I didn't want again, the likes of midfield. I had Quentin Timber from Feyenoord. I don't think he's going to do much at Atletico Madrid. I had Thuram. Not sure he's been on the bench a couple of games. I had 2 Leipzig defenders. The goalkeepers was not sure about, so that is why I had to play my limitless. So Harry Kane is playing up front for me. That is a triple up in terms of Bayern Munich players. So those are the outfield players that I currently have, plus the goalkeeper Ederson. As I've said, I am thinking maybe an Atletico Madrid player or 2. I think is it Saul? I think Saul or someone in the midfield has like 2 or 3 assists so far this season. Could I end up going for them? I might end up going for another Arsenal midfielder. If Saka is guaranteed to start, I might end up going with Saka. But at the moment, these are the ones that are guaranteed to be in my team. Still around 5 positions to go in terms of picking. Goalkeeper, I can't even lie to you. I have no idea. The other positions, I have slight ideas. I might add another Arsenal player. I might want to add another. I might risk a Man United player. I've been thinking about Bruno, but I'm just not sure. The way they lost the other day, I had Bruno in my team, but I've kind of taken him out because of that particular fiction, how they played. I'm not really confident about that. So I'm thinking Arsenal players, maybe one Man United player, maybe an Atletico Madrid player, all that. But maybe I'll have a slightly like 10, 11 players by the time we hit the deadline stream on Tuesday. But let me know if you're playing a limitless who you're going for. But those ones are the ones that are guaranteed to be in my team. I had to do this video. I couldn't wait until tomorrow or Tuesday, that when I'm going to make up my mind. At least you've gotten an idea of what I'm trying to go for. And my limitless chip is active. Very, very tough to pick a team this week. I can't even lie to you. Very, very, very tough. Remember to join the league and also the prediction league, and the Patreon if you want to see my final team by tomorrow. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch up with you guys on the next one.